How you doing, everyone? My name is Gerald Konieczki. This is for Interpersonal Communications. For this class, we had to do the Johari Windows self-assessment. With the Johari Windows, there's 4 quadrants in it, and we're going to go with each one. And the first one we're going to go with is with the open quadrant. It's known to self and others. I had to go ahead and talk to some people and ask them some questions about myself. And the first person I interviewed was actually my wife. My wife said I was very observant and cautious. And wherever I go, and I agree with that because of my military training and the career that I'm in. I'm always watching my surroundings and wanting to know what's going around me. Then second point says before I act on anything, I want instruction to be clear and decisive. And that's something that actually a co-worker, Joshua Flory, and he's also a friend of mine, told me, which I am the type of person that wants to know what I'm doing and do it the first time right. So I want clear instructions at all times. And then the last thing I hear is just passion to get more experience in my career field. And that's something that my supervisor at work told me that he sees in me. And I love the career that I'm in, and I want to keep on learning so I can better myself as an officer. And that's something that the Kaiser Temperament Sorter test agrees on. And one of the points was thrive on order and continuity, and something that's agrees with what he was saying. So the next quadrant we're going to go into is the blind quadrant. It's unknown to self, but known to others. Something that a coworker told me today is I could be a blunt at times, and I somewhat agree with that. I some of it don't. I thought I'm pretty honest at the same time that I'm kind of considerate of other people's feelings. But on the Kaiser Temper Sorter test, one of the principles are, that I'm not afraid to stand up to what I believe in, even in the face of overwhelming odds. And it says I'm able to make tough calls, which kind of agrees with him. So I guess maybe I am a little blunt. And another thing that another point here is my body language sometimes can come off as not approachable. That's another co-worker, and that was sharing with me, and it kind of threw me off a little bit. I always thought I was a very approachable guy, but I guess sometimes at work I can come off as unapproachable just because in my career field I'm all about business. And then I have my wife who says that I'm organized, which is kind of surprising because I feel that sometimes at home that I'm a little unorganized. But with the Kaiser Temperament Sorter test, it agrees with my wife, so it kind of threw me off a little bit. And then also the last thing is I score relatively low on the self-monitoring test. And the self-monitoring test, it's more about acting on my beliefs, and it was more in the middle, so it was more acting on my beliefs and what other people around me are doing is how I conduct myself, which is kind of weird. I always thought myself as I always act on what I believe on. And the third quadrant we're going to go into is the hidden quadrant. It's known to self and unknown to others. A lot of people don't know that I'm an artist at heart. I grew up drawing and I took a lot of classes, and no one really knows that, even where I work at and my friends. And on my off time, I'm always doing some kind of doodling and drawing. Also, impatient is another thing that a lot of people don't see in me. I try to put a face on saying that I am patient, but in reality, if something's not going right the first time, I'm very impatient. And then the last thing is failure isn't an option. I'm a very competitive person. When things are not going right, I do get upset, and I want to keep on doing better. And something that people don't see in me, even though I don't show it. So the last quadrant we're going to talk about is the unknown. It's unknown to self and others. So something that's unknown to the college degree. I always wanted to finish a college degree. I've been trying to do it for the last 11 years. And for various reasons, I just never finished it. So that's something I really want to do for the future. And then career oriented and want to advance in rank. That's something I definitely want to do. I want to be a supervisor someday. And then minimum debt or debt free. I mean, I just bought a house, and you know, with buying a house comes a lot of debt. So something that I would like to do is minimize my debt, so it kind of helps out me and my family. And the last thing is to be more exposed to different cultures around the world. I definitely want to travel more with my wife. I travel, you know, a little bit, but that's something that I want to do in the future. So that's pretty much about everything about myself. So thanks for watching, and that's it.